Hello everybody and welcome back to my Let's Play of Pokemon Rumble. Today we're going to take on the Eternal Tower in the Super Rank. But first we got to switch up. I want to go back to that Victory Bell that we used in the last episode because his attack was not particularly spammy. And I think it's nice if we have a little bit of difficulty in the game, even if it has to do with angling moves. Because it's not a full-on aiming of that solar beam that you get to do, but I don't know if you can tell, there's a subtle turn. It has a certain turning radius, left to right, that you can control it. Of course, you have to angle it before the beams of light come down from the sky. But if you look on the ground, you'll see that the light pattern dances across. And also, you'll see that the Nidoking and Nidoqueen over there have a similar attack to mine where they have a light pattern dancing on the ground, but they're not doing solar beam, they're doing some kind of earth power, I believe. Earth power, earthquake, something earth ground type move, who knows. But along those lines, and moves that charge up like that, you can tell where they're going to hit when you see that pattern on the ground. And I think you would be able to tell by watching the Let's Play past episodes that when a Pokemon attacks, you can tell by its body glowing and charging up, kind of rears back and gets ready to strike. All simple visual cues that if you were blind, you might miss. So for any blind viewers, I love to help you out too. You know, that's always something I thought about. As far as commentary goes and Let's Plays, I wonder if there are blind LPers, and not people who do Let's Plays with blind runs. I'm talking about blind Let's Players, or blind fans of Let's Plays. Let's go with that, because I think that would be more possible. I don't know if blind people can play video games, or how they would manage. I think about that sometimes. If I was rendered useless with one of my senses, which would it be? And if it was one that I couldn't choose, yes, we got Gengar, my favorite Pokemon. Damn it, Victory Bell was knocked out. And if it wasn't, if I wasn't able to use those senses, how would I balance out my life? Because of course you'd keep living. You wouldn't just say, oh shit, I'm missing one sense, fuck this, life's not worth living. Well, maybe if you really dug one sense, then you could say that. But still, I'm not that possessed. So I would find a way to live. But part of my living is video games. And that's something I always have to consider definitely as a reality, because I surf. And as I get more advanced and I start taking surf trips out into the places where there are coral reef bottoms, I can get strung up on the rocks and strewn throughout coral. Not a pretty way to die, and also a very easy way to lose limbs. One of the limbs I could lose would be my hand, and then I really couldn't do anything with video games. Maybe I could do some Wii stuff, one-handed Wii stuff, who knows. But I have seen video games. I've seen this from TED, and I went to their website, but it's way out of my price range, and it's still in massive development, so I'm going to let that evolve a bit with people who have more philanthropist ways of life. I personally don't, so I can't. It's about $200 to $500. But what this video game system is, this amazing revolutionary thing, is it's a headset that you put on your head, and you're looking at a computer, and you control the game with your mind. It reads electrical impulses from your neurons crossing the synapses. It's somehow able to detect that. There's good reason that it's so expensive, but they're able to detect your mind's electrical signals, and you can use that to control things in the game. They have different applications ranging from an adventure game, which you can interact... Ah, damn it! Freaking Alakazam had to be underneath the trampoline. But you can interact with your environment in that adventure game with your mind. You can pick up rocks and stuff with your mind, with your avatar character. But, you know, there's no movement. It's not even like Kinect where there's no controller, but you're the controller kind of thing. That whole gimmick. I'm kidding. It's not just a gimmick. I'm sure there's a lot of potential in what Kinect has to do. I just haven't gotten time to play with it personally yet. But it's not even like Kinect where you have to move around. You're just thinking and it's happening. So it's a pretty psychedelic experience. But again, the price range makes it a little bit out of the average man's grasp. I suppose that the way that this game being set up on just using the first generation for the first half of the game, it has to have legendaries come out at some time. But I think it's weird that Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno just showed up randomly in these zones. I guess that's because I think of them as such strong legendary Pokemon, yet why would they be in such a pathetic game? It's puzzling, to say the least. Going down the line, we didn't catch that many Pokemon. So I guess that's something we're starting to see also, or have been seeing throughout this whole super ranking. I just have not been perceptive enough to notice, is that we're not collecting as many friend toy Pokemon. So before we go on to the Battle Royale, I want to try and find a good move to replace at least one move in Gengar's set. Strength. We'll try... Yeah, alright, that's not really a fast move. Yeah, neither is that one. For Battle Royale, when it comes to Super Rank, definitely you're going to want to have at least one of your Pokemon. Have it be your second Pokemon that dies, because let's be honest, at least one Pokemon's going to fall to spammy goodness. I mean, you could be super, super good at the game and really try not to get hit by anything, but I'm not going to make any special efforts. So I would say have a Pokemon that has a great spammy move. Something like the Fearow that we had earlier in the game. And the powerful rivals are the legendary. It's the trio. Fight! Oh yeah, Sludge Bomb's gonna tear this place up. Oh no. Aerodactyl, you will not get me with your feather dance. I like this Battle Royale because you can see through the stage. You can see the clouds. And I don't recall the other stages being this remarkable. Not that this is super great or anything. I mean, it's a slight increase from what we've been viewing. But I don't know why they didn't do that. They should have made the Battle Royale stages themselves unique to each rank. That's something I really think that gamers, video game programmers should consider, or need to consider in developing a game. Especially with such a flooded market out there. I mean, there's tons of developers out there on every platform, but what makes a really good game good, you have to decide something signature for it. You have to make it so your game has that moment where players will remember this for years. They'll be talking about it in chat rooms for years and going on about this could have been done this way or this could have been expanded that way. Because when you think about it, I'm sure you've gotten into this situation plenty of times. Man, we're not doing so hot on this Battle Royale. Alright, so if I fail this Battle Royale, we'll end the video with that. So be it. But a game that you really like, even if it's super perfect and excellent, it doesn't need to be changed. You still want to put your input on it, and you still want to say, well, it could have been expanded this way or that way, because it's such an excellent experience that you want more of it, and it's only natural. So when you start seeing people get that hyped over your game, that's when you know you got something special. But for such a dull, bland experience like this is, ay. It's like, did they even consider these points? I suppose not. Me being a underground backyard developer, a garage developer, as Nintendo has slashed me, I'll accept that title fine. But being that, I guess I don't have a name to understand how it feels. But I could see Nintendo's logic. It basically went like this. Pokemon. That's a super huge title that sells everywhere, every time we put it out. Let's just put it on WiiWare and make it sucktastic. Or not even that, they don't even have to make it sucktastic. This could have been some kind of new temp team that Nintendo had. Or just the noobs of the company. I don't know. And they said, well, let's leave this project to them, the WiiWare project of Pokemon, to the noobs. Mewtwo! Will we defeat you? I have a sneaking suspicion we won't. No, we won't. Alright. Psycho Wave across the field. And we're dead. Alright, so we may need more powerful Pokemon. Let's get pre-prepared for the next battle we have. Try and learn some new moves. We don't want to learn Endure. That's not going to do a damn thing for us. It's so funny that they have all the moves of the Pokemon franchise, yet they're so inconsequential. I'm not even motivated in the least bit to see all these different moves, because all I have to do is find one that's appropriately spammy enough. Ditto. Ditto use Struggle. Really? That's all he can do? What happens if we teach him a move? Can he learn Transform? That's weak. Really? Only Struggle? Yeah. I'm hurting myself. And another Ditto. Freaking great. Oh, Zapdos. That could be useful. And let's see. How does your spam handle? Quite swimmingly spammy. We'll go with it. Alright, guys. On the next episode of Let's Play Pokemon Rumble, we'll be taking on the Battle Royale in the Super Rank. See you then.